for a universal Constitution of Enlightenment. To prevent the apocalypse of a third world war, so that there is never again a head of state who can proclaim the supremacy of one race over other human beings, so that there is never again gulags where an all-powerful state imprisons millions of labor convicts who, by the thousands, are dying of exhaustion, cold, and despair, so that never again children are burnt in the crematorium furnace because they wore a yellow star sewn on their clothes, so that there is never again the apocalypse of a new Hiroshima, so that there are never again fanatics jihadists who, in the name of Allah, spread terror under all the heavens and in all latitudes, so that there are never again women stoned, beaten, raped, circumcised, and assassinated in the name of honor, so that there is never again 8-year-old girls married by force to men who might be their father or their grandfather, so that there is never again women condemned to give birth to human monsters because their genes have been irradiated by the ionizing rays of a nuclear power plant or by nuclear fire of a new Hiroshima, so that there is never again children who die of starvation in infamous shanty towns under the indifferent eyes of nations rich in gold and dollars, in order to save the last polar bears, so that all children of the earth can learn English as the global common language, in order to break down the wall of multiple languages that prevents the creation of indefectible ties of friendship between each other. I have sworn to fight to offer all the children of the earth the enlightened society that they dream of and where love is king, the society that those who govern us have never been able to offer them. But tell me, how will you realize this project? By writing a universal Constitution of Enlightenment based on the rights of human beings and on eternal morals. A UN resolution passed by the UN General Assembly will be able to adopt the Universal Constitution of Enlightenment, which contains the birth certificate of the new Universal Republic of the United Nations. As Victor Hugo wrote, "O Universal Republic, you are still the spark. Tomorrow you will be the sun." Conscious that it must be proclaimed as the highest aspiration of man, a civilized society in which all human beings will be free and equal in rights. Conscious that civilization is the acceptance by all human beings of the same conventions and same laws. Conscious that civilization is the miracle of love. Conscious that a constitution is a set of legal texts that builds a state, and whatever its content and presentation, a constitution is considered the supreme rule of the legal order of a state. Aware that the cells of all human beings are made of the same atoms appeared on the day of the Big Bang, in the wake of the stars. So it does not matter if we pray to God in a church, a mosque, or a synagogue, no matter the color of our skin, no matter if we are a woman or a man, no matter if we are rich or poor, we are all made of the same star dust coming from the dawn of time, and we all belong to the one and same species and to the one and same race, Homo sapiens. Conscious with Satya Sai Baba that there is only one caste, the caste of humanity. There is only one religion, the religion of love. There's only one language, the language of the heart. Conscious that religions are of divine essence and that they must be relegated to the spiritual choice of the individual. As a result, they cannot in any way interfere in the organization and functioning of states. Aware that the Arab Spring will only flourish if Muslim societies accept the rupture between religion and state. Conscious that, as the bird, humanity has two wings, one male and the other female. If the two wings are not of equal strength and moved by a common force, the bird cannot fly to the sky. Conscious that millions of women are considered as eternal minors under the tutelage of men who deny them the right to have a soul, and sometimes a soul and a face. Aware that we are ephemeral passengers of the planetary vessel called Earth. We are conscious that as such, the earth does not belong to us. We only have the usufruct of its wealth, the space of a lifetime. Conscious that on our planet, too many governors, too many agents of the public service who ought to be the most virtuous, the most honest, do not observe the laws of honor as they should. In the interest of humankind and for peaceful purposes, we are all accountable towards the future generations of the integrity of our planet and of the good management of its natural resources and richness that it contains. Aware that during the past centuries and nowadays, the contempt for the rights of human beings leads to inexpressible acts of barbarity which fill the conscience of humanity with indignation. Conscious that the globalization that reigns on our planet results in the total interdependence of nations. Conscious that we are all condemned to love each other or to perish, for the power of destruction that men have put in place threatens the humanity of the apocalypse. We, all peoples, call upon all United Nations member states to support this draft of a universal Constitution of Enlightenment, based on the following 5 fundamental principles: uniqueness of the human race, secularism, dignity, equality, and freedom. This Constitution will contain the birth certificate of the Universal Republic of the United Nations, within which the West and the East can develop indefectible bonds of friendship, so that humanity becomes a single race, a single republic, like the myriads of waves of one ocean. Certainly the arms dealers will weep tears of rage and despair, but what does that matter, given that all the children of the earth will learn to read and write, and their eyes will glitter with happiness.